Welcome one, welcome all, welcome to From Broken Worlds, where I try to train my busted, broken body, see, getting down a little hard there, into qualifying for the 2027 World's Masters Highland Games Championship. Welcome to my journey, and all the best on your journey, wherever you happen to be, whatever situation you're in. So as I'm aging, I'm having my birthday tomorrow. This was recorded a few days ago now, but as far as I'm recording my voice, I have a birthday tomorrow. I thought I would talk a little bit about some principles to keep in mind to have success in the gym as you are getting older. One of them is, in order to have success at any age, doesn't matter older or not, is to have decent equipment. And now you don't need top of the line, you don't need the best, but whatever equipment you can afford or have access to, whether it's at a gym or making your own gym like I did, make the equipment decent, make it good. So A, you have confidence when you work out, but B, working out is not, it's more enjoyable when you have equipment that you know is not going to fail on you, or is a little janky or a little iffy whether it's going to perform for you. So if you're going to train to perform, have equipment that performs for you while you train. Another principle, this isn't true for everyone, but it just becomes a little more obvious when you get older. Training so you don't get hurt, it becomes very important. Things like recovery and doing a more long-term push instead of trying to push everything all at once. Being patient with it and try not to be injured, because it takes us a bit longer to recover from injuries. At least that is my experience. Injuries take a little longer. So I'm not interested in sort of exploding my deadlift as quickly as I can to get high deadlifts, because you end up putting yourself in maybe little more dangerous kind of situations when you do that. But if you think about it more slow, long term, this is just my daily life kind of situation, then you are a lot more safe with your deadlifts. Because when you're injured and not working out, two things happen. You seem to lose your training much quicker, and it takes you longer to recover. So keep injury situations in mind. Don't worry about being the strongest as quickest as possible. Think more like, how do I want to be strong in 5 years from now? I heard a quote was kind of, the idea was, don't try to chase after what you were like in your 20s, when you're in your 20s. Train for the type of person you want to be in your 70s. I think that's a good way of looking at it. It has a much longer view in mind. So yeah, I think it's good to think about injury and try to avoid them while training. Now you can take that too far where you don't progress and don't do anything different and don't try to grow, because your body needs stimulus in order to progress. Needs new stimulus. Can't keep doing the same old thing all the time and expect new results. You'll just slowly get worse results over time, is what ends up happening there. So you can take it too far the other way, but try to ride that middle line between not really progressing at all and not trying to progress too quickly or do too many wild and wacky things. My sport is wild and wacky enough. I don't need to add to the wild and wackiness. Another principle is consistency. So as we age, recovery becomes a little more difficult. So your consistency when you're in your 20s, could be something like working out every day or working out hard every day or something like that, and you had enough hormonal and structural ability to be able to recover from that. But I just can't do that now. So my consistency has to be planned in the way that I account for the recovery. So in my off season was a good case. I worked out every second day. But however you do it, stay consistent, but you have to plan for that consistency. It's not just enough to say I'm going to be consistent. You have to actually plan for it and allow your body to recover appropriately. So consistency is important. I would also say I'm not really one that finds it very important to make things fun. I don't really care that much. But find the value in working out. Now, if your value is having things fun, then try to make it fun. But my value is the results I get from it, and I find the results valuable. But find that value in working out, whatever it happens to be for you. Maybe it's, as you age, it's being able to continue playing with your grandkids, right? As they run around and you're not stuck on the couch trying to play. You can actually get down on the ground with them and play. Like whatever your value is, everybody wants to have good physical attributes to be able to function in this world. So whatever you find valuable, remember those things. Last thing I would probably say that has helped me anyways is have something measurable. So it's one thing to say I value X and that's why I work out, but have it so you can actually measure if you're getting better at X, whatever that happens to be. So if it's getting down on the ground with your grandkids as an example, have a way of measuring if it's getting easier or harder or what for you to do so. Maybe it's the type of activities you do with your grandkids. Maybe you're only able to start out to walk with them to the park, but then maybe see if you can jog with them to the park, or try to find some ways where you can measure that you're actually being successful, because there's nothing that motivates you better than finding that you're being successful, that what you are actually doing in the gym is actually giving you positive success in the things that you find valuable. So for me, the Highland Games, I throw things on a field and I measure, so it's very easy to measure. It's very measurable. Very easy to tell when something's working and when something isn't. So you have to think through for you what that is and figure out how to measure that. And that being able to measure it will also kind of help you focus on how you are going to train. The last thing I'll probably say as an important aspect is learn how to program. Or rely on a personal trainer to come up with your program that you trust. It's not enough to just go to the gym and kind of move around, because people end up just kind of getting lazy and they move around less and then they stop going to the gym. That's been my experience anyways. So figure out how to program, or rely on somebody that knows how to program. That gives you a good program that will increase the whatever it is you're measuring for success. So you end up having a good program, and then you get success, and that motivates you to go back to the gym, and it increases your consistency. If you're not injured, then you're obviously able to do all those things. And if you have good equipment, it's not going to fail you, and you'll be able to continue on your journey of being able to move and function better in this world. All right, guys. Well, that's all I got for today. We're nearing the end of the workout here. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope your journey is going well. All right, everyone. See you later. I'm tired.